Hi guys, it's Laura Fudge with Fudge Beauty, and today I'm doing a video about something that I am incredibly passionate about. So the title of this video is Stop Shaming Your Clients into Receiving Waxing Services. In particular, shame is a method of marketing that is incredibly prominent in the beauty industry. However, for waxing services, it is such a very pervasive message when talking about body hair, when we're talking about hair removal. And I think it's incredibly important that estheticians do not take part in that shaming. So this is going to be a small instance where it'll have a snowball effect of change. And I really think we can change the whole narrative of the beauty industry. I call that empathetic beauty. I am teaching and speaking towards this idea of empathetic beauty, and minimizing the messages of shame is an incredibly important part of that. So in particular, I want to talk about shame. So Brene Brown, who is one of my heroes, I think she's phenomenal. She's a speaker. She has done a ton of research on shame. She categorizes shame as an intensely painful feeling or experience of believing that we are flawed and therefore unworthy of acceptance and belonging. So in these marketing messages, saying that somebody is flawed because of their body hair is inherently causing shame. And I think that when we use those messages to have people come in and receive a waxing service, I think it is incredibly low vibe. It's a very negative situation, and I will not be a part of that journey. So in particular, when they are talking about the flawlessness and then therefore unworthy of acceptance and belonging, a lot of these messages are essentially saying that someone is unworthy of approval. Someone might be unworthy of love, acceptance. They're unworthy of having someone attracted to them. Sometimes people have used words to say that they're unworthy of finding a romantic partner because of their body hair, or sexual experiences because of their body hair. And ultimately, they're unworthy of beauty because of their body hair, which is so negative of an assertion that I implore you to stop that kind of talk. So in particular, I've even had people come in for a waxing service and who have apologized to me about their body hair, that they were getting removed. They were apologizing for being too long, for being too coarse, for whatever, which I assured them, I was like, this is your body and your hair, and you've come to me, and I'm honored that you're here for me to help you do whatever you want to do with your body hair. Do not apologize. Never apologize for your body. So in particular, it is astonishing to me how much this narrative has been perpetuated. And I'm not saying it's only by estheticians. Honestly, there are so many other people that we can blame for it, but what we can do is interrupt the conversation. We can change the conversation. We can bring in empathy and love into the conversation instead of shame. So some things in particular, if you scroll through Instagram, different hashtags, especially about body waxing and esthetician, you're going to find a bunch of different memes that look cute and fun, but in essence, they have a really dark message underneath all of it. And I don't think that our industry needs to create shame as a pain point for someone to then bring in money to us. I will not make money from people's shame. I will not perpetuate that. So some of the memes I've seen on Instagram say, I love how prickly your legs feel, dash, said no one ever. It is just rude. That is so rude. We're allowed to have hair. We are born with hair. Hair is a sign of health and vitality. So I don't understand why people can be so negative about body hair. Some people will try to argue that it's for hygiene. But as a matter of fact, our body can maintain the best pH to fight against infection, to fight against candida, to fight against a lot of skin concerns, because the hair helps maintain the level of oil and pH that is necessary. So I'm not here to hear that having body hair is unhygienic or unclean. That is very untrue. Another thing that I've seen on the internet in various places, especially with Brazilian waxing, is this idea that don't be a Wookiee, wax your cookie. While it's funny, and the idea of this Wookiee Star Wars person comes to mind, it is incredibly shaming. It is saying that somebody doesn't belong, that they're literally from another planet, because I'm pretty sure Wookiees are from a different galaxy. That's not okay. Do not be using language that implies that somebody doesn't belong because of their body hair. Just don't do it. Another thing that I've seen, even just not body hair, eyebrows. Yes, as estheticians, we make a lot of money and we love and we're so passionate about good eyebrows. I get it. So among each other, you can talk about eyebrows and kind of just say, "Ooh, maybe I would love to get to her eyebrows. I'd love to tweak them, But when you post memes saying that you make brow contact before you make eye contact, you're immediately telling your network and your clientele base that you are judging them on their eyebrows. Before you look into their eyes to make that connection, before you make that soul connection with their eye contact, you're judging their eyebrows. Now, I really don't think that shame is an effective marketing technique for a long-term growth in the direction of creating client relationships. Truly, client relationships are the bread and butter of our industry. They are who pays our bills. They are what makes this time worthwhile. And if you are leading with messages of judgment and shame in your marketing, you can guarantee that you're going to have such low vibe clientele that people are not going to want to come back. If you think about it, for someone to get a waxing service from you, they need to let their hair grow out. So that process of hair growth that is deemed so shameful by society and so shameful by the same messages you put out there, their prickly legs that nobody ever wants to feel, when they look at their body hair, when they think about that growing out process, they're going to think of you and they're going to think of shame. I do not ever want to be in someone's mind because of shame. So it's reasonable to say that if you are using messages of shame to advertise your waxing services, you are going to repel clientele. You're going to get a clientele that is fueled by shame. And I don't want that money. I sincerely do not want a dime from anyone who comes to me because they don't like themselves and because I made them not like themselves. I'm here to uplift. I'm here to embrace. I'm here to beautify in a way that brings them joy. I want joy to be the reason people come to me. I'm incredibly conscious of the words that I use when I speak about waxing services. There are tons of reasons why people would want to get waxed that have nothing to do with shame. Waxing makes people more comfortable. If you have walked outside in shorts on a windy day with long leg hair, it tickles. It tickles, and I'm allowed to not want that tickle. So I like to get waxed because it makes it uncomfortable when my leg hair tickles in the wind. Who can relate? Raise your hand, comment if you can relate to your leg hair tickling in the wind. Plus, a lot of people like to get waxing services before vacation because they don't have to pack their razor and they prefer not to have hair showing. That's their preference. But I'm not going to say, "Ooh, don't you dare have that 5 o'clock shadow on the beach." No, it's their choice. But I'm here to provide that service if that is their choice. And I'm not going to perpetuate the messages that they should be shamed into having that service done. Another reason is that you can probably swim faster. You can swim faster if you have less body hair. So if you really wanted to have like a swimming competition and swim really freaking fast, maybe then you would want to get waxed. That'd be really cool. That's a whole reason why someone would want to get waxed. That does not involve shame. Or they could also have an affinity for hairless cats. If people really love hairless cats and they want to look like one, they probably would want to get waxed. That would probably really help them out. So that's pretty cool. Like, that would bring them joy. I want to service my clients out of joy and not out of shame. That's the number one thing. So in particular, I want to talk about how the onus of integrity in this conversation is on the relationship with the client. That is the onus of integrity. I stand in integrity with the relationship with my clients. They love coming to see me. They tell me over and over again that my waxing services are hands down the best waxing services they've ever had. And part of it is my mindset, part of it is my method, part of it is my marketing. Honestly, I call that whole three, that trifecta of mindset, method, and marketing, the empathetic waxing method. If you're interested in learning more about my methodology, put a comment below. I'm going to have a link for a sign-up page to learn more about my empathetic waxing method. But I have not had anything but positive experience with clients. I've not had anything but referrals and recurring clients. It's just been phenomenal. People love to come see me because of my mindset. They tell me all the time I make them feel so comfortable, that they love to explore new services with me because of the way I speak about waxing. I have a friend that lives across the country who was like, I wish you lived in my town. I would get waxed by you in a heartbeat. I've never been waxed before, but I want you to wax me. Does your marketing speak to people across miles? Because of the relationship that you create of trust and empathy and not shame, of joy. You create a message of joy. It is so, so powerful. It is not to be underestimated. This is a shift that needs to happen in the beauty industry, especially with waxing. So the onus of my integrity, like I said, is on the client relationship. But an older mindset I call aggressive beauty, which is especially the shaming of people into pursuing beauty services. That aggressive beauty mindset, the onus of integrity is on the license. It's on a piece of paper, it's on your education, it's on this idea, this community of people that doesn't quite exist. There's no board of the world of cosmetologists that have say, you must advertise this way. It's just kind of culturally passed down of this conversation of, shame makes people spend money. Shame makes people, throw thousands of dollars on different things to make themselves feel better about themselves. And people have latched onto that old mindset still to this day, that I need to make my client hate themselves so much that they're going to come to me. Whereas my new mindset, not my new mindset, the new mindset I see, I'm not the first one that's come up with this. I am just speaking it out loud, and I'm calling out to other people who see this too, who embrace this idea of empathy in their beauty services. We need to get together. We need to make this happen. Let's connect. Because I'm calling out empathetic beauty as this new wave of disrupting the beauty industry and changing the relationship into something that is so much more powerful than simply fixing flaws to embracing joy. There's such a difference. So please do me a favor and stop shaming your clients into receiving waxing services. And what I like to think is that I know I provide a service. I know that I provide a service in a society, in an industry that does profit off of insecurities. But I promise that I will not play to that energy. Can you make that promise too, that you're not going to play to the energy of profiting off insecurities? I also pray that every one of my clients comes to me because I will help them express their deepest love and happiness for their bodies and in themselves in whatever way they see fit. And I am not here to judge nor to shame, to get them in my door and get them having services. I can make that promise. And it starts with one of us at a time. But I'm here to share this message and to unite more people in this common cause, to change the narrative in the beauty industry, especially involving body waxing. So if you want to be a part of that, please comment below. If you want to be a part of that, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be talking way more about empathetic beauty here. Find my blog. Let's connect. Let's continue this conversation. This is a big deal. This has to happen. And like I said, you can sign up for my empathetic waxing method information in the link below. And I'm really, really excited to really kick this off. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful. I'm dying to hear your thoughts. I'm pretty sure this is going to ruffle some feathers, but they probably need to be ruffled. And I'm ready for it. So have a good day, guys. Bye.